Okay. Oh shoot. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay,
Hello?
we're live. Okay, we're live.
Woohoo.
It's-
Hello, guys. Oh wait, who's starting?
I don't
God.
know. I don't know.
Did we
God,
start over?
restart. Okay. Going.
Hello and welcome to Rollercast, episode 1.
Yes,
It's a thing. We didn't plan this intro.
we are here.
We out here, yeah. Yeah, so this is I guess I'll just introduce the podcast really quick. This is Roller Podcast. This is a podcast that I don't know, this kind of just crossed my mind because roller levels, they need something to represent them. They're the hidden gem of platform racing 3, let's be honest.
Yes.
And we all decided to get together and make roller levels great again. So we're going to make this roller podcast and just play roller levels and give them the glory that they so desperately need. Yeah, okay. And don't mind my starting screen, guys. That's the let's get the day started meme. I'll go ahead and switch to PR3. I am recording? Yeah, okay.
Alright.
Switch to PR3.
Alright.
So are we good?
Okay.
Starting?
Yep, I'm good. Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. So this is the very first the very first
Gee, this looks familiar.
roller level. Yeah. I'm sorry to all the people who unfortunately know that starting screen. Oh shoot!
I need to see this.
Okay.
Alright.
This is
Roller
my-
Oh yeah, I drew some nice little art
Oh,
here.
Yes, the platform racing 3 art tools are obviously top tier.
Yeah.
Oh jeez. Good luck.
Good luck.
Wait,
Yeah.
where's the stats?
Oh, you get them down here. Don't worry. It's literally just the chamber stats.
Okay. Oh, 80, 140. Oh no, I didn't bring my Santa hat. Oh,
Nice.
wait.
All right, you
This
guys
is
ready to
literally
go?
Literally a chamber.
let's go.
Oh
God.
my god. Oh, I got this.
I'm so bad.
Yeah, I'll let you lead the way.
Okay.
Alright.
What is this?
Right. So we got to do like
Angel
this.
wings. Okay, so I have no idea where to go.
You made this level. What are you talking about?
What is this coin thing?
Uh,
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's the
the
teleport.
black hole.
Yeah, we got to get in there.
Yeah. Here,
No,
this part
why?
requires. Oh no.
No.
Yeah, this part requires.
I got
a
you
little
guys.
bit of,
I got you guys.
Okay.
Oh my god.
All right.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah. This part requires a little bit of thinking, so we'll go ahead and introduce ourselves after this
Okay.
segment.
Yeah.
Ow.
Wait, this is supposed to be a push block.
I got it.
Yeah. No, I made it a teleport.
Help, I fell.
Oh, you made it a teleport?
Yeah. I didn't like exactly rip off your level. I just
Oh,
mostly
no.
ripped it off.
Oh.
Why?
No, my hat! No, I'm going down there. No, I missed it.
I
missed
can't even get through the teleport.
it. Astro, go get it, please.
I can't. No hat.
Oh no, I'm going down.
No.
Ugh.
No, my hat.
I need my hat. Oh my god, I think it's gone. No, I missed
Ugh.
it. I missed it.
I saw it, but I wasn't fast enough.
No, it's lost. Forever.
Okay, I got in the teleport.
What a
Alright.
great start.
Right warning. I missed
Oh,
the warning.
jeez. Oh, you missed the warning. Oh.
There we go.
Oh no.
Wow.
Come here. Oh damn.
Oh no!
Oh Jesus.
Oh.
Christ.
I
I
went
fell.
back through the portal.
What are these blocks?
Their bounce hurt blocks for some reason. What?
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think all of the blocks used in this were stolen from other people.
Yeah, I see my blocks.
Oh yeah, that I just like remade part of that deathmatch you made.
Uh huh.
Was it Rainbow
Oh
DM?
Jesus.
Yeah,
Christ.
remember
Yeah.
deathmatch.
This
See, the
is
thing is,
great.
everyone remembers them from Rainbow Deathmatch, but they were originally made for Idiot Test.
Oh, see,
Really?
I only remember
Yeah.
what they're from because I used them in that PR3
Oh, yeah,
Legends
that.
thing.
That was pretty cool.
Oh my gosh.
I don't.
Wait.
What do I do here?
I'm still at the teleport. I don't know where you guys are.
Oh, I'm at this part now.
I don't know.
Why- you were- Oh
what
my
to do
gosh! You
here.
almost made this level impossible, Ted. Oh no.
Okay.
Dude, I love how you integrated all these things into a
You completely stole Chamber.
I think it was you were having issues like saving it or something, so you sent it to me.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I
I
just-
remember. Platform
yeah.
Racing 3 bugged out the art for Chamber. and
Oh,
made it all
yeah.
into one dot.
Yeah.
So
I don't know where to go.
Where are you?
I keep getting fallen off the map, and then a hurt block hits me back into a teleporter, which makes me fall off the map again.
Yeah, that's.
I'm somewhere. I don't know where I am. Well, I'm in like the like a
Ah.
pistol room for
The
Chamber.
pistol room. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, you're back
Yeah,
into
the pistol.
chamber.
Oh, I found a place.
Right.
Oh, I made it to where you are.
Welcome to the podcast, Cade.
Yes.
This is a good podcast.
A good podcast.
Or you could just do this.
Yeah, I'm trying to do this though. Hold on. Wait. You might not need to.
What have we done?
Got it.
Oh,
got
nice.
it. Got it. Yeah. Okay. Can we
Escape.
stop using our brains?
Yeah.
Look
Wins the not thinking part.
You see that big slope on the map?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Do you see how far back I am on the map?
I
Yeah.
see.
I'm struggling at the fidget spinners.
The fidget spinner.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I have an Ajit Pie spinner. Oh no! The Ajit Pie fidget spinner meme. I have it.
Really?
Yeah, I should probably. No, I'm not gonna. What
Ah.
do you do with this part? What?
Do I need this teleporter, or can I just use it to make my life easier?
I don't even know. I don't know what part you guys are at.
Okay. I think. Okay, I see all the Harambe blocks. Okay. I think this is a good spot to formally say what the podcast is about.
Yeah. Well.
Okay, so basically, this podcast we just talk about whatever. Honestly.
Uh-huh.
Now, I planned this podcast to be, well, in my mind, I had it so that we would live stream every single episode. But I eventually figured out that recording the first one would be a little bit easier, so we can kind of, get used to talking for an extended amount of time.
And there are very little consequence if we screw up, or
Yeah.
Very
We can just
little
pretend it
yeah.
didn't happen.
Mhm.
If we screw up, you guys won't even notice until we release a highlight montage or blooper. Funny
But
moments episode.
Funny
For
moment.
for the record, if this one comes out, we haven't screwed up yet too badly.
We haven't screwed up. We haven't screwed up that bad. I don't think. I hope not. Yeah. So going back to the podcast lineup, we have 3 people, but sooner or later we're gonna try to get more people on here. It doesn't matter, but right now we have myself, RmxDotExe. We have the wonderful Astro Penguin. if
My
you would
dog's
please-
barking. Hello.
Oh, woof. If you'd be so kind as to do your what's up, guys.
What's up, guys? Astro Penguin 642 here, back with another episode of the Roller Podcast.
Yeah.
This
All
part's
right. Okay, and we also have the Garfield Master himself,
Yay.
ex Garfield Master, now a Salad Master, Tad.
Salad Master.
Salad Master. All right, yeah. So, kind of saying what we do. I make puzzle maps. I make puzzle maps, mostly, honestly. I like making trap maps as well. Shattered, yeah, Shattered is definitely a map. I'm most notably hated for my chamber map, though, as you guys saw in the
Yep.
earlier sequencing of the podcast. Oh, here, let me clear. Oh no!
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. All right.
Oh man, this one's
So-
impassable if you don't hit the bombs.
Yeah. All right, Tad. What do you do?
I don't
like,
really play this game. I mostly just draw Garfield in my spare time.
what a great occupation. And
Yeah.
Astro.
On the other end, I'm literally a dev for this game,
Dev for PR3. Mm-hmm.
That must be fun.
but
Oh my god.
I'm not the original creator, obviously. But basically, I've added a few little tidbits of content, and that's exciting.
Nice.
But
Nice. Group jump.
other than Platform Racing 3, I'm working on my own game. I have a YouTube channel, other stuff.
You guys should follow him.
Yeah.
Follow.
Subscribe to him. Yeah, follow him on Instagram now. Follow his. God damn it! Subscribe to his YouTube channel. Subscribe
Yes.
to his YouTube channel. He'll put it up. He'll put this podcast up on his channel as well.
I mean, yeah, I will. So.
Mhm.
But,
Okay, and yeah, as he mentioned, this game is not completely made by him. The servers and the person in charge of getting the updates rolled out is none other than IsoKisa3, and he not gonna say anything, not gonna mention any names, IsoKisa, but IsoKisa wanted me to put his
God.
his URL to play the game like somewhere. So down in the description below, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and put the URL to Platform Racing 3.
If you for some reason want to play this.
Yeah,
If this
Yeah,
footage
I
isn't
don't-
enough to convince you.
I know this riveting gameplay. Yeah. Oh jeez. Yeah.
The nice thing is, Tad, you'll catch up to us because.
Oh, are you on
we're-
the climb?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're on the exciting climb. Yeah.
The traditional roller.
Jeez. Honestly, we're only 10 minutes in and we're already like a third of the way through.
What's Chamber doing in my good old fashioned roller?
Why is there chamber in my roller? Oh jeez.
Nice. Good clear.
Oh,
was
nice.
good clear.
Oh, you like this clear? Oh, all right.
I was originally gonna steal Fate DM and make it so you had to like get random teleports across the map.
Oh my god.
But
You would have to like just like actually fight people.
yeah,
Oh my god.
I wasn't sure how that would work though.
That'd be great. That'd be great. Just make the whole thing a death match, and
Yeah.
Yes.
at the very end, instead of a finish, put a lightning block.
Oh yeah,
Oops.
that'd be good.
Oh,
Nice.
oh, nice clear, nice clear.
I'm
That's
almost
all you,
caught
that's
up
all
to you
you.
guys.
That's what roller levels are. They're just like seeing in one hit how many bombs you can clear,
Yeah.
and also on top of that, not falling. Because like if you manage to get a clear and then don't fall after it, it's even better.
That's like the most satisfying feeling. Oh.
The thing I love about roller levels too is that since they go upwards, like the further you are, the longer
The
the
worse
fall
it
is.
gets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, I fell. Tad, why are you still struggling on the slope? We cleared out most of the bombs.
Yeah, I'm coming, guys.
God.
Oh jeez, this fall.
Oh.
Most of these jumps are like they're like a really close hunch as to whether I'm gonna make them or not. And then I think I'm not gonna make it, so I just like stop pressing keys, and I actually do make it.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm like, oh no.
Yes. Watch this, watch this. I'm gonna get through this without hitting the bomb. You ready?
I can't see. I'm falling.
Oh. Oh, let's go.
Oh nice. Wait, hold on.
Oh, I fell.
Guess how long this slope took me to make?
How long?
Like less than a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, roller levels provide like 30 minutes of riveting gameplay with only like 2 minutes of creation.
Yep. This is amazing.
I still can't believe you ripped off my chain.
I gave you credit. I didn't take your name off or anything.
Oh, speaking of taking your name off of things, so you know how I got a project featured on Scratch one time?
Oh yeah.
Well, basically, I still check my notifications every now and then because people still comment and stuff.
Mhm.
And so someone remixed the project, And at this point, I was sick and tired of remixes because most of them were reskins, and the ones that weren't reskins changed nothing.
Mhm.
So I was just like, oh boy, it's just gonna be another one of the projects that doesn't change anything. But I found not only did they not change anything, but they crossed out my name and put theirs.
Put like a line through it.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you can still read my name. But they were
That's
just
nice.
like, it was,
Oh my God.
it hurt. There's so many amazing remixes though. Like not even amazing, but just like hilarious
Half
because
decent.
of how bad they are.
Oh, okay.
So like it's called Boss Battle the Dark Lord, but someone changed it to Boss Battle the Dank Lord.
Oh boy.
And they made it so that like he had like a cigarette and a hat and all that. And
Oh
like
my
pretty much
God.
everything you could think of in like his hands were replaced with the Dorito and a Mountain Dew or whatever.
That's pretty dank.
Yet and
Oh
then,
no. No.
but the best part about that project is even though it was hilarious, you could tell it was made by a kid because
Yeah.
the art was bad and one of the sound effects was replaced with him like screaming at the top of his lungs. And
That's
it was one of
awesome.
it was one of the common sound effects too.
Oh, just.
So like it just kept happening.
Oh.
It's like when you
gosh.
replaced the net sound with "Hey guys, Astro Penguin 642." How'd you get there? Actually, how?
Huh?
How'd you get there?
How'd I get what?
How'd you get? Oh, I thought you were up there. Never mind.
No. I thought you were asking about how I changed the
I'm
sound.
trapped, guys.
Oh no, Tad, fix your level.
Wait, what?
No kidding.
No,
Oh.
we're trapped.
Okay.
No, we're not trapped.
Because I remember, I did the Garfield one. I spent like 40 minutes on it, and then I got stuck like right before the finish.
Oh, that is painful.
I think there was like a dragon head too, when that was like really rare. No one had it.
Mhm.
I think the main reason why people don't like roller levels is because what I did with my roller level. Remember, Tad?
Oh, what prize dropped there? Was it Meteor
I think
Feet?
it was Dragon Body when it was first
Oh, yeah.
coming out. Yeah.
What was the original roller level? Was it Roller
It was
Desert?
Super Guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh jeez, I came across a plank block
Yeah. I
Oh
did
yeah.
too.
with a Lenny face on it. What is that supposed to signify?
It's just an active block.
I don't know. I was just throwing stuff on there.
Is that like a vulgar religious reference or something?
Maybe.
Oh
I
wow.
don't even remember where I got that from.
Oh,
Oh
my gosh.
man.
Honestly, speaking of vulgar religion things and taking things out of context,
Uh oh.
Twitch actually updated their terms of service. Have you guys heard of that?
I heard
no.
about it, but I haven't heard anything beyond that.
Yeah, they basically put the ban hammer on about 80% of widely known channels. Or they didn't put the ban hammer on them, but they limited them like a lot.
Mhm.
Basically, they're coming down really hard on like sexual stuff. Like they don't want you making any sort of sexual reference at all.
What?
Yeah, and they
Wow.
also don't want you to discriminate against other people, whether it be jokingly or seriously. So you can't
Even a joke.
yeah, even a joke. Like you know how Twitch chat is just like NA plays or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like when somebody does a bad play in Hearthstone, they're like NA people and like stuff like that. And then the come on, bruh, like when when like a monkey sound plays on stream or something like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Twitch doesn't want that.
That's not gonna last.
Yeah, it's not gonna last.
What? No, I don't like this part.
Oh no! No! God damn it!
What are you
Oh my
at?
gosh.
We made it to the wall of
the fidget spinner. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
Oh
time.
my god, I hit a net and then fell when I respawned.
Yeah. Oh jeez.
Uh,
Yeah, but that Twitch thing is like really making me like hesitant to go back because I'll be honest, I am pretty toxic when it comes to streaming.
Yeah.
Like even when you're in a game and you're just like, man, that guy got so freaking lucky. You can't even say that. Or well, you can say
Ultimate?
that, but you can't be like, man, this guy got so freaking lucky. Like, he doesn't deserve that win because Twitch doesn't want you to embarrass somebody or say stuff about somebody
Why?
Wow.
in
If
hopes
Oh.
that like you cause them embarrassment or distress live. And
If
it's honestly such BS.
yeah, if they
Can't-
keep that policy, they're not gonna last long.
Can't they just let the streamers decide what their rules are?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
I-
for the
I
most
honestly
part,
don't know.
not for like a lot of things.
Yeah. Like I think the only way they'll enforce that, like giving streamers like privileges of deciding what's good and what's bad in their channel. I think the farthest Twitch is gonna give them is your channel intended for mature audiences, or is it intended for like everybody? That's about it, honestly.
Because a lot of streamers have chat rules, and even though it's probably just a copy and paste of the old Twitch terms and service and rewritten, it's still like a nice thing to have on a channel page.
Yeah, I agree. And it's just I don't know. Twitch definitely is getting a lot of backlash from it. Yeah, and that's making me hesitant to stream again on Twitch. I might just stick on YouTube.
Yeah, I've streamed on that's the last bomb, by the way. I've streamed on
Oh,
YouTube
thank God.
for the entirety of like whenever I stream, and it's gone relatively well. There aren't really that many major issues with YouTube streams, except for just like a big delay.
YouTube streams are kind of cool, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, aside from Twitch, like you don't get like the cool alerts and stuff like that. To an extent, you don't get the cool alerts.
Yeah, YouTube wasn't made for streaming, and that's why it's not like as intuitive as Twitch. What is this?
I don't know. I felt Astro jump as high as you possibly can.
God. If you miss your first jump, just fall for a bit.
Oh no.
Where are you guys at?
We're at the
moving platforms.
Yeah, that
Oh.
moves side to side.
Oh, I tested that out. That was so terrible. I spent like an hour just making sure that was possible.
Oh God. Oh,
No.
wait, they're inactive from the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Okay, I almost made it. Oh, jeez.
Have you guys heard Owl Metropolis?
Owl Metropolis. What is that?
Oh
You know
yeah.
You have.
Yeah.
I combined Owl City's Fireflies with
Oh fuck.
Welcome to Metropolis from PR3
Oh
into,
my God.
into a mashup.
It sounded like something from like a weird abstract horror movie. It was really cool.
But I've done a lot of things like that, but I'm not like only 4 of them are like good because I'm not very good at it.
What
but-
was your most famous like mashup video? I know your Luigi one, but with oofs got really popular somehow.
That one's not necessarily. Oh geez, I fell. That one's not necessarily a mashup because
Pretty
it's
good,
just
though.
a sound.
It
It's
was
just
just
a
a
sound
meme?
font replacement.
Oh,
Like
okay.
I just took a media and replaced the sound font. So, but I mean, it took a while to like figure out how to do that. To be fair, but for the one I'm most proud of is probably this one called Runbow Streisand, and it combines. Oh geez, I almost made it. Hold up, he's done it.
You made it?
No,
Oh,
those are inactive blocks.
they're inactive? What?
The dark green ones are inactive.
Dark green ones? Okay, alright, okay.
Okay, but basically it combines a song from this game called Runbow with Barbara Streisand, aka like the song that goes like ooh, you know that one?
Oh God, no!
But basically the only reason it's my favorite one is because like there's this one part or 2 parts of it actually where it says Barbara Streisand at the same time like the Runbow tune does like the exact same thing.
No, what the
And
hell?
it's crazy. Yeah, there's also one I combined the Flint Hook shop theme with You Are a Pirate, and that one sounds really good.
Mashups honestly sound so good. Like if you find the right songs,
Yeah.
Mhm.
they sound dope.
All right, so man, these pufferfish are great.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to the pufferfish.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you could say this part is fishy.
Ah.
Yeah.
I'll like edit in a but
Yeah. Edit that and make it funny.
Yeah, I'll make it funny.
Yeah,
No,
guys.
what I'll do is I'll mute the video there, and then I'll put like actually a good joke there.
If
Yeah.
you-
And then,
Oh
and then
yeah.
I'll put a but
If you ever make a bad joke, just edit it later.
Yeah.
That's how you know you're a pro comedian.
Cut out all the bad parts. It's like a 2-minute video. I actually used to do that on a lot of my older ones.
It's just you guys talking. Oh no.
Yeah, on each of our channels, we should only have the clips where we are talking. So like my channel will only be my quotes.
Yeah,
And
play them all at once to hear the
Yeah.
entire
Yeah.
thing.
So we can all get that YouTube money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
The funny thing is that would actually work because if you played it all at the same time with each individual person's audio, nobody would interrupt each other for the most part.
Yeah.
So you would actually be able to hear a normal conversation if
Yeah,
you
that
started
works
them all
out.
at the same time.
That would be pretty good. Like next time we should just record like ourselves speaking, and then we sync up the audio like in Audacity or something.
Mhm.
That'd be like that'd require a
It's
lot.
getting thinner.
Oh no! I hope none of this is impossible, Tad.
It shouldn't be.
And if it is,
Then I get kicked off the podcast. Replace me
no.
with Super.
No.
Replace me with Super. Yes.
replace it with Super. Replace it with John.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
John 3.
That would actually be an interesting podcast.
Mm-hmm. Those guest appearances.
Yeah.
Wait, is this impossible? Oh wait, no, it's not. Okay.
We're all good for now.
I'd
We're
love to
good,
bring
we're
on
good.
like someone who's never played Platform Racing 3 and like make
Yes.
this the first level they've ever played. Like this is their
So-
first experience with
So,
it.
So,
the
this is
campaign, so the
PR3.
campaign judges for PR3,
Yeah.
right?
I'll submit this. I'll submit
Got
this
him.
for next campaign contest.
We should all submit nothing but roller levels.
I mean, that's what I did on the last one.
Submit them all, and if they don't beat them, call them biased.
Yeah, dude. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no one finished my
Yeah.
Garfield one when I submitted it.
Yeah, for anybody who doesn't know, like, what we're talking about, Platform Racing 3 has a campaign mode, and usually we have, like, these phases where people make levels for the campaign and they submit them. And then, for the judges for those levels are people who don't even play Platform Racing 3 that much.
They play
Mhm.
PR2
I don't know.
sometimes.
Yeah, they play PR2 primarily.
I mean, to be fair, I'm a judge, but.
Yeah. Kate is
I mean, that
like,
makes-
the only
But I
makes
agree with
sense.
you guys. I agree with you guys.
Yeah.
But like,
So
Danzivin,
basically,
he never plays.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's an ongoing joke that like they don't play, so why should they be judges? And like everybody wants a phase 4 for phase 4 that uses actual PR3 players as judges.
Honestly, Ilrayon alone. Judges.
Honestly, what?
Ilrayon alone. Like the guy that made Warm Hill.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Yeah, he used to be the only campaign judge, like back when Pure 3R was still like getting a campaign.
Wow.
Mhm.
And he picked the first 5 levels, which were Worm
Polypore.
Hill, Worm Hill, his own level, the tutorial. Cave Explorer, Treehouse Race, Polypore, and I believe, yeah, Floating Isles.
Did he get crap for picking his own level?
I don't think he should have, because I mean, like the campaign judge, if there's only one of them, should probably get at least 1 level. But if there's a team of judges, I feel like the head, Pungent Land, I feel like the head shouldn't get their own level if it's like a team.
Mhm.
But if there's one dude, especially the tutorial level, because like if you're gonna be the campaign judge, you are going to be the person, like signifying how the campaign is going to go. So if you make the tutorial level, then you get to you get to determine what to teach.
Mhm.
And teaching something in the first level is important because you want to teach something that will help people get through the rest of the levels.
Yeah, and that's like kind of like the argument that people are using, that we should have like separate parts of the campaign. Like there should be a part about like tutorial only levels, that like there's 1 or 2 levels that focus specifically on a couple of blocks, and then there's like another part, or there's another part of the campaign that has like another grouping of levels and such, that they focus on another part of, or on like some more blocks and more mechanics and stuff like that.
I actually did group a lot of the, just for fun, I did group a lot of the campaigns into like PR2 style campaigns that are just like 9 levels of sort of similar levels. And so this was before the winners for the recent phase. And so I called I had 3 of them, and I also added some levels that I thought should have won a previous phase, and just other good levels that were never entered. And basically I called one of them the Dawn campaign and the other one the Dusk campaign.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, because I noticed like a lot of the levels in the Platform Racing 3 campaign currently are either have like a really dark theme or a really like bright and happy theme. There's not really that many that like lie in the middle. So like for instance, Worm Hill is the beginning of the Dawn campaign, and Cave Explorer is the beginning of the Dusk campaign. So
yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, and
I kind of like that better, I think.
I do too, but I feel like it'd be a little too different. Like again, there are a lot of changes I feel like could be done to Platform Racing 3 that I don't want to do because they just change too much and like draw people away, and I'm also risking like people just getting mad at me for things they don't like.
Yeah.
Because major changes, unless they're like purely additive content, major changes are scary to do.
Yeah, how do you... Yeah, I've always wondered, like, every single update there seems to be, like, that one person who makes, like, all these arguments about, like, oh, you shouldn't have changed this, why'd you change this? Like, how do you cope with that, honestly?
It's difficult, and I try to defend myself for each thing that I do in the game. And the thing is, like, that's the reason, and it's not like I don't add stuff because I'm scared of people telling me like that they don't like it. That is one of the major reasons I don't do major things like change like the EXP scaling, even though Platform Racing 3 EXP scaling is really bad. Like,
yeah, I agree. It's
but that would be way too major. Even though it's definitely just not good how they do it. Platform Racing 2 does it slightly better. It's just not something that you would change.
I get that, yeah.
Yeah, because people have gotten used to the system, whether it be good or bad, and it's natural for people like who build these habits on whatever it may be, like XP scaling or platform racing physics, stuff like that. If something changes, there's ought to be people who backlash. Like I'm gonna be honest, when the physics changed, I was a person that kind of backlashed like pretty hard.
I hated it when Super did it. Here's and that's like really that's really hypocritical on my part, but I do want to point out the only reason I changed the physics is because I wanted to follow up what Super did to make Super's changes not as bad.
Yeah.
But people were already used to Super's changes, so they thought I just ruined the game again.
Yeah. The main reason, like my main argument for why I thought the physics changes were like not good was because they've always changed. Like there couldn't be like a time where it was consistent, where all the physics were consistent. That's why I was like shouldn't we just like settle on something? Because
and that's kind of what I'm trying to do right now. And I know it's easier said than done, and I also know like I've already done all these things to change the physics, but basically every single physics change is just another confusion on whether the physics are this or this.
Yeah.
So I think, like, we're getting through this roller level without like complaining about the physics. So I
Yeah.
think I think this is reasonable, like the current state of the game.
I did notice that like this is just being picky at this point, but like
Yeah.
I did notice that like more intricate stuff like bomb riding, for example,
Mhm.
was different. I did notice that aero blocks pushed stronger, almost like aero blocks reverted to like the very first state of how PR3R came out.
They
So-
were, but this was intentional because, like, I actually think that Jigman's way of doing aeroblock physics was the best way. Oh, jeez, I fell.
Oh, you glitched through the map.
I just see a little blue dot going down the screen.
Oh.
Yeah, Ted, I've been seeing nothing but your blue dot go down the street
Yeah.
for like 30 minutes.
I'm on the moving platform part. I cannot. Ugh.
Yeah, you taste
can't.
your own medicine, huh?
Yeah, I hate myself for making this.
Oh, jeez.
But in my defense, there were two things wrong with Super's physics and the original physics, and the current state of the game fixes both of those issues. So, wait, you guys there?
Yeah, I'm
Computer
here.
just made a weird noise, just making sure.
Yeah, we're here.
Okay. So the thing wrong with the original physics is that since the game was running at 27 FPS, it only checked for your key presses 27 times a second, which made it so that since this game doesn't start every single level on the same frame, it made it so that your key presses, if exactly the same, would result in different movements. But
Yeah, a primary example of that was if you like, let's say like when it was 27 frames per second, let's say there was an up arrow block and you had 100 jump or something like this. That's like a regular example or something like that. But let's say you had 100 jump and you were just like bouncing on this up arrow block. If you held up, there was never a time where you got to the same height more than 5 times in a row.
yeah,
Like you always fell a little bit short of how you got last time, or you always went a little bit higher or stuff like that. I also noticed that when I was playtesting Chamber is that when the frames were like at 27 or like you could change them or something like that, the higher the frames, the more consistent the arrow blocks were.
Yeah.
But the more
consistent
like, the
doesn't
higher...
always mean good. Like consistent's good, but in Platform Racing 3's terms, it's not.
Yeah, you need to find that. I'm not like, this isn't like a command or something, but like you would need to find like a sweet spot of both key presses and like strength of arrow blocks or stuff like that.
And so what Super did, and it was a good idea in theory, but he didn't necessarily finish it. What is this final challenge?
Who was Odie's original owner? Who is Odie? Wait. It's John. Wait. No. Odie is hold on. Odie is
Odie's the dog.
who? Oh, dang. Wait.
You guys don't know your Garfield trivia, do you?
I know he was a guy. I
thought this text.
It might have been Lemon.
I thought this text was in the like foreground because since you
Yeah.
have like no neck, it's going through your neck.
yeah, I thought that too. I was getting weirded out. I think it's Lemon.
All right, you do it just in case something bad happens.
Oh my god,
What is that?
guys. I might need to pause for a second.
Okay.
Yeah. Look, listen.
What?
Oh.
Yeah, somebody's fucking smoking that dank weed or something like that.
Oh, that's annoying.
Alright. Yeah, should we
Alright.
pause, guys? Yeah, I need a pause.
All right.
Okay, I'll be right back, guys. I'm so sorry
Okay.
for this.
Oh,
I'll be
jeez, that
right back.
sound. All right. See ya.
Yeah, just think of something to talk about or something when I get back. I'll be right back.
This is the greatest.
I'm finally about to catch up. I'm just gonna-
I'll go down and clear some bombs for you. Oh
Okay.
god.
Oh, that's loud.
Hey.
Alright, hey!
Jesus, I'm muting him. Wait,
Okay.
but then he won't be able to tell us when he's back. I'll turn him down.
Okay.
Jeez.
Oh.
User volume 10.
I'm
There we go.
definitely leaving that in the video.
Yeah.
I forgot to mute
Ah.
my microphone.
I forgot to mute my mic, he says. But Congregate games were great. I also uploaded some of my games onto Congregate, but
Mhm.
they were just I took them down. You can't even take your games down. So I had to email them to be like,
Oh,
hey,
wow.
can you take my game down? Like, I'm embarrassed to have it up. And so they did. They were nice about it too.
It would've been funny if they said, no, your shame is trapped in Congregate forever.
I mean, the funny thing is, they probably would say that if it was like a good game.
Yeah. If it was
If
something
they
that
thought-
was making them money.
Yeah, if it was like popular or it had high rate, they would probably not take
Yeah.
it down and be like, sorry, it's your loss. You gave us the game essentially. We'll still pay you though if it ever makes any money. I think I made like a total of $3 from Congregate.
That's I mean, that's $3 more than you had before.
Yeah, exactly. And then I made like $5 from Game Jolt
Mhm.
because I actually uploaded to Game Jolt, and the games I uploaded to Game Jolt were like bad on purpose.
Yeah.
So, but they were still badly made in like the bad on purpose formula.
Uh-huh.
So like even though I was trying to make them bad on purpose, they were still bad.
They were still just bad.
Yep. And so like, but that was the reason I did that is because I heard like a lot of game devs saying that don't start out making like your dream project.
Mhm.
Like you should start out just making a bunch of joke games or just a bunch of small games
Yeah.
to like
Okay.
learn the elements of game design and programming.
Mhm.
And that's what I did, and then I stopped doing that too early and made a game that was garbage. But still.
Hey guys.
Hello,
Welcome
welcome
back.
Hi.
That was great. I
Still
was just
alive?
like, what the heck is that sound?
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that, guy.
We spent the entire time talking about Congregate and breaking these bombs.
Breaking these bombs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, might as
Oh.
well.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it's the
Okay.
moment of truth. Who was Odie's original owner?
All right, I'm going Lyman. I'm going Lyman. Oh wait, is this it?
Yeah. You
Yeah.
you know your Garfs pretty well.
I know my guard. Okay, who gets to
Alright.
finish?
Me. I
Yeah,
just took
see?
it.
Okay.
Yay!
Oh boy.
Well, that
98
was fun.
experience out of that. Woohoo.
10 EXP, man, so good.
I got 170.
Jeez.
The game should like keep track of your key presses and figure out like how varied they are,
Uh-huh.
and like because obviously like if the EXP was just based on time, someone would camp in a level for 2 hours and then win.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
But if it was like based on the variance of your key presses and make sure like you're not standing still for a long amount of time and stuff like that.
Like
And
how
not
much
just-
APM? How much
and-
APM?
Yeah, and not just using a macro as well, because like you could just
Oh,
make
yeah.
you could just make a macro move left and right.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, just like checking the variance and the amount of difference between like when you press a key and when you don't press a key,
Yeah, that works.
and then it would give you EXP based on that, like for playing the game.
No one wants to actually play the game.
Yeah, what?
Fast grain deathmatch.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Right? Was that
Yeah, but-
episode 1 of the roller podcast?
That felt really short.
Yeah, it was only 54 minutes.
That
I've-
flew by. Wow.
I've got 57.
Yeah, I have 57 minutes as well.
hmm
Okay, yeah, I have 57 minutes. Oh, jeez.
I mean, the first episode doesn't have to be long.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be. So, what do you think? Should we call it, guys?
This is the pilot. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay,
We
yeah.
can do 2
alright.
next time. Or just a longer one.
Yeah.
Just the longer one. Yeah. So who will take the outro?
I rolled the highest number.
Yeah.
All right.
So do you want to take the outro?
Sure.
Okay.
Thanks
All right. Go. For it.
everyone for watching the Roller Podcast. Tune in for episode 2. You can find all of our channels in the descriptions as long as all of us remember to put them. And the link to Platform Racing 3 in the description as well. So we'll see you guys later.
All right. Peace out, guys.
Yay.
Bye.
Woo! All right. See you guys.
I stopped it in the middle of that.
Woo! See you, guys.
Yeah, exactly.